Steve Tober sideline chatter with John Fiore of Montclair, the offensive coordinator for the North in the 38th annual Phil Simms New Jersey North-South All-Star Classic here at beautiful Kane University. It's a great event, and Phil Simms has been on for 3 years now. And Coach, when you get an icon like Phil Simms in the New York area and New Jersey area involved with a game like this, it's just A1 in terms of the great publicity, positive vibes and energy that comes out of it.
Absolutely, and I mean, I've done some events with some professional athletes or former professional athletes. The way Phil Simms is here every day with these kids, eating lunch, eating dinner, every practice, buying them ice pops when it's hot, and then the two coaches that he's chosen for this game, Neil O'Donnell and Scott Bruner, couldn't have been more giving than any two professional athletes I've met around.
Well, it's great. So many Jersey guys. Brunner played at Lawrence High School, and Neil O'Donnell from Madison, both NFL quarterbacks. And some of the guys, Joe Theismann from South River has been involved with the game in recent seasons. Dave Zott from Clifton, who works with the Jets. I mean, Jersey, I mean, talk about California, Texas, Florida, but Jersey's right up there with some of the best states in the Union.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, the talent level with this game, you know, it's funny, last night at the banquet they were showing games in years past, and the last time I coached in this game was the one that never happened. If you remember the Lightning Storm, 2002, we never got out of the tunnel, and you know how many Power 5 conference kids played in those games back then. Games have changed a little bit because the Power 5s want their kids earlier for summer school, a semester earlier, but we got some great talent out on that field, and it's been a pleasure to coach them all week.
I mean, majority of kids are not going to go the FBS route. I mean, a few of them in this game will, including one of your kids, Elijah Robinson. A lot of formerly 1AA kids, we used to call it, and 3s and 2s and JUCOs and preps. But that's the majority of kids, for the most part. I mean, in Montclair, you've done a tremendous job. What do you have, about 17 kids this fall?
Next fall, we'll have 17 at the FBS level.
So, but this game epitomizes what the majority of Jersey football, majority of most football in the Northeast is, if the kids are going to go to a medium range or Division III school.
Absolutely.
And you get a chance to showcase final high school game together before going off to camp. And everybody goes to camp early now.
Yeah.
I mean, what level you're at, just about, except maybe the Ivy Leagues. Zach Keller you're working with.
Yeah,
what a talent he is.
Unbelievable. I like it more when he's on my sideline than on the other side, you know, trying to devise a game plan to stop him. He's picked up the offense, extremely bright. Great arm, and I mean, for him and Tim from Indian Hills, they both had a great opportunity to work with Neil O'Donnell. I learned in about 2 practices about quarterback play with Neil O'Donnell than I have in the last 10 years.
I mean, you're known to be fairly innovative. I know you've had some different offensive coordinators at Montclair, but you guys throw little wrinkles, maybe a couple plays, surprise people, anything like that tonight?
We're going to try to keep it as vanilla as possible. No, you always got to spice it up with the crowd and have a good time. So
it's a fun event. What about the season coming up? I mean, you got to be excited. You added a lineman from Columbia.
Yeah, his dad has lived in Montclair for about 7-8 years. He coaches at Newark Central, his father. And, you know, 17-year-old man wants to live with his dad. How do you say no to that? So I didn't even realize he was coming. Showed up at my door. Our last day of school, I guess they were out already. And great surprise, will definitely help us.
His name is?
Jabril Salam.
Jabril Salam, yeah.
Heck of a player.
Columbia,
I understand.
Columbia going through its own transitions with Gary Mobley coming in, good guy. Darnell Mangan, we were just talking to earlier as an assistant on the staff.
Great coaching. Darnell Mangan is one of the best.
Class act.
One of the best.
And then you return, of course, Danny Webb, who's got offers from Illinois and other places. He's a great little running back. I mean, people ask, can he play at the FBS level? But he is built, even though he's
rock solid, 165 pounds at his height, which means 2 years from now he's probably going to be 185, 190. You know, you got to remember he's only going to be a junior this year. Everyone thinks he's older because he started as a freshman, had 8 touchdowns, over 40 yards on the varsity as a freshman. Last year had, I think, 16. So, you know, Khalif already told him he should be able to beat his record, so we'll see what happens.
And he's fairly healthy, I know.
Very healthy,
The knees are all fine.
Everything's good.
And Taron Earl, a quarterback, who's got a lot of experience now.
Oh, wow.
Again, only a junior.
The maturation from week 1 to week 11 last year was undeniable, and he's probably 2 steps ahead of that right now.
And your thoughts on the North Jersey Super Football Conference as far as for Montclair?
Best thing, I mean, Montclair doesn't change our division, gives us an opportunity to play some better crossovers. We've agreed to play parochial schools, so we'll do that, you know, at least play 1 a year, as long as I'm the coach. sometimes we'll try to get a second one in if it works out. But great thing for high school football in New Jersey. Great thing. You have 113 teams. Out of that are 16. You got 113 of them on the same page. Maybe two or three are disgruntled because of where they're put, but you're never going to please everybody.
Rarity, you guys did not make it to a playoff final last year. That's obviously the goal. And then to win it again. And with the material you have, you can build around it. I know
We
your
have an
line's going to
opportunity.
be.
I think Group 5 this year is going to be really strong. I think Coach Valdez, who's coaching this game, does a great job at Union City.
Passaic Tech.
Passaic County Tech, you can never count them. Then they got the best base of where they get their kids from, and then or the largest base, I should say. And then of course Ridgewood. Chuck's always going to do a good job, and I think Mike Carter with his now other son going to be a senior. We remember what happened the last time they had, so I think that group's going to be pretty tough also.
Well, congratulations also, Essex County Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it was
at the Robeson Classic.
Very humbling.
That's a nice,
very unexpected.
Among some great names.
Unbelievable names, and to be recognized by guys like Ken Trimmer and Ed Sadlock and Coach Carter, people I've admired my whole career, and one day wanted to grow up and be like, So it was definitely a humbling experience. I got to go in with Coach Grant from Shabazz, who we're long.
Whose son is in the game, the North-South game.
Yes.
Darnell Jr.
Defense. I'm going to use him as a tight end a little bit and a goal line back.
Well, don't tell too much. All right, Coach. Good seeing you. Congratulations. Good luck tonight. It's the offensive coordinator, John Fiore of Montclair, at the 38th annual Phil Simms New Jersey North-South All-Star Classic. For Sideline Chatter, I'm Steve Tober.